Looks like a terrific show, and this is so cool. Joining us right now this morning, two of the stars of the big show, Noah Wyle and Aaliyah Royale. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
It's so great to have you here. We just saw a little preview of what's to come Sunday night. So Noah, in this show, you of course play Daniel, and Aaliyah, you play the adopted daughter. Can you guys really get into here how the conflict taking place between these two characters really escalates and kind of how it gets going in the wake of this tragic loss? It really is a tremendous story.
Thank you.
Well, Jira grew up in this very loving home, being adopted by her two dads, and it was comfortable. But the truth is, after the death of her African-American father, there's a whole new world of racial issues that Jira never knew about because it wasn't discussed in her home. So now she has to find her birth mother so that she can find someone who looks like her to explain to her all the things about her race that she didn't know were going on.
I think my character Daniel is just trying to keep his life together and what's left of his family intact, and he so badly does not want the problems that affect society to affect his home that he really would rather not acknowledge that they take place and assume that he can make everything better, which he can't. So it's really about him understanding the complexity of the issue and how badly his daughter really needs to have somebody who can have some context for it, and how little context he really has for it.
Right, and it seems like the themes here, the stories interwoven throughout, are really relatable to the viewer. I mean, do you hope really that there will be a strong takeaway from those who are watching and hopefully connecting with the episodes?
Absolutely. Our main goal is for everyone to just talk to each other. We think that a lot of the reasons we have these issues is that at some point we stopped talking to each other or we stopped listening. But hopefully the Red Line creates this national conversation of people who genuinely believe that they can affect change, and that even by having one conversation about how the Red Line or these issues make them feel will affect that change.
And these issues are tremendously...
And the hope is that because there's three different storylines, you can identify potentially with anybody and when you get on our train, but by the time you get off after the end of 8 episodes, you've been exposed to the other two points of view in a nuanced way that you may not have been aware of, and hopefully your horizons will be broadened a bit, and that will engender that conversation that Aaliyah was hoping for.
Absolutely, and the issues are certainly quite timely. And lastly here, let's talk about the significance of the title with regard to, the setting for the show.
Take it.
The Red Line is a main form of transportation in Chicago that runs from north to south side, and the north is primarily a white community, the south side is primarily black community. So we're talking about these two segregated communities that the only way that they really connect is by this method of transportation for going to work or going to school that Chicago is encompassed by.
I certainly love the underlying theme of connection, and I've ridden that elevated train many times, so I can relate to that title. Guys, a great pleasure to have you with us this morning. Best of luck with the show. You guys can catch the series premiering this Sunday night right here on WPRI 12 starting at 8 p.m.